Thanks, Tim. I hope you don't ask my kid that same question. I also would like to thank all the media that's here today and the great representative, from all of our outlets that do a great job covering our programs and our kids. I'd like to introduce our table. Chelsea Knert, I practiced this name all the way up the road from WMCO, Chase Scott and Rocco Donatella. Let's see who else we got. Our SID, Tom Cadill, does a great job. And the voice of the Muskies, John Miller, and also from the Cambridge Jeffersonian, Ron Miller, who has been covering the Muskies in our area for a long time. I brought Alex Thomas with me today. Alex has been a 3-year starter and be a 4-year starter going into this year. Is actually a local boy from Canton. I had North Canton in the thing, but his mom told me after 3 years that was wrong, but he's from Canton. I played at Glen Oak, and I played ball and graduated with his father 37 years ago, so it's kind of exciting to have him on our team and part of our program. I told him to get a place for us to eat today when we come up here before breakfast, and he did. We went to John's Bar and Grill. He said, come in the back door, so I wasn't sure how the day was going to start out, but it was a very, very good breakfast, and we made it over here in time. And our staff is back and complete, and really for the 5th year, this group of guys has been together, which I think is pretty important. Continuity, we got a couple student assistants that are going to be joining us, so, but for the most part, I think that's pretty important. We returned 29 lettermen. We have 8 offensive starters coming back and 9 on the defensive side of the ball. Defensively, we lose 2 corners, but return, we think, 5 or 6 guys that can play up front. And defensive end, Rob Primdos, and on the other side, on the defensive side of the ball, and Steven Stooksbury and Logan Lath, and give us a good look at those positions. Inside, Jake Analock, Sean West, Chase Scott, Jesse Gibbs, K. John Holly, Shane Sato. So we got quite a few guys with playing experience on the up front side. This linebacker core we think is pretty good. They've been together now. This will be their 3rd year together as a group. Okay, and those guys were all 3-year starters for us. And James Beatty, Ethan Wessel, and Alex Thomas. And Alex was an all-conference player for us. Also, our team MVP defensively. So. We're excited about our linebacker crew. And in the secondary, we're returning a couple safeties, Anthony Zarcone and Tyler Richardson. So we're going to find a couple guys in our corner positions, but we think we got the talent. Kids in our program to step in and do a great job with that. Offensively, this may be the best we've been up front. We returned two offensive tackles, Vinny Arvin and Andy Johnson. In our guard position, we returned Des Basho has a little bit of playing time for us. Matt Smith can't get away. He's one of those kids we can't just get him out. He's not big enough to play college ball, but he knows what we do, and has ended up being a very good player for us. So, but Sean Hannon, DJ Smith, a few other guys that got some playing time for us, so we expect some things from them. Our tight end position will be anchored by sophomore Wes Radizak and senior Hugh Hudson. Wes started for us last year when we lost Blake Allen due to some injuries, and Blake chose to take a teaching job instead of coming back for his 5th year. The tailback position, we get back for us Palmer Smith, who got hurt last year on Wittenberg scrimmage and missed the whole season. Demetrius Bailey, and we think at that position we have 4 or 5 other guys that are pretty talented. So one of our biggest challenges is offensively. We graduated a quarterback. Jake Burns, who was a starter for us for 3 years and held 13 school records when it was all said and done. Just a great competitor. And probably the beauty of coaching is you're looking for that next guy. And fortunately for us, I think we have 2 or 3 kids in our program that are going to be that next guy, going to be pretty special. Sophomore Dalton Smith got to play about 2 games for us last year. Got broke in the Mount Union game at the end of the year, so I think understands the quality of our conference. Played, I think, also against Capital, and then Seth Howard opened our first game against Defiance. So we got a lot of guys coming back. as always, I think, you know, we'd like to stay healthy. More so than anything, I think we'd like to be a little lucky. Those two things are keys for us. We return. Danny Snively is our punter now for the 3rd year in a row, and Caleb Carpenter is our kicker now for his 2nd year. So we're excited about those things. So with this core group of guys, we think we're much better than what we've been. Okay, so again, we got to stay healthy. We got to be a little bit lucky, and I want to wish all the coaches and teams and the players here the best of luck this year. And I also like to thank Tim and Lindsay for all the hard work that they do for our program in the OAC.
Coach, well, if you could tell us your thoughts about this upcoming season.
Well, I think we're exciting. First time in 5 years, I think we got a group of kids coming back that have a great deal of experience and on both sides of the ball. So hopefully with that core group of guys, we'll hopefully it'll translate into wins for us. I think you got to have a little luck, and I think you got to stay healthy and all that. But for the group of guys we got coming back, we're pretty excited.
Who are some of the key players you're going to look to lead the team this year?
Well, offensively we've got to find a quarterback. We graduated. Jake Carter's been a 3-year starter, but we truly like the talent that's at the sophomore and junior class with Dalton Smith and Seth Howard. So we're kind of excited to see where they go, and both of them I'm sure will get some playing time for us. Offensively, we get Palmer Smith back. We missed him a year ago due to an injury in the scrimmage, and so we're excited about getting him back up front offensively. We got 3 kids with a great deal of experience that are good players, so we're excited about that. Defensively, Alex Thomas and our linebacker crew all returned. Have been together now for 3 years, and a good group of guys. 2 guys in the secondary that returned with Tyler Richardson and Anthony Zarcone. And then up front we have Rob Primdos and Logan Ladd at the defensive ends, and Steven Stooksbury with several guys inside with a great deal of experience. So I think we got some kids back finally that have played together and understand what it takes maybe to win in the OAC.
Talk a little bit about your linebacker, Alex Thomas.
Alex is a special player for us. He's not the biggest kid. He's not a 225-pounder. He's not 6 foot. All he is a very good football player. He understands his role. Great leadership for us. A great off-season worker. Understands the game. Some kids have that, I think, innate ability to look and see what's in front of you and go get it. I believe he's one of those guys. He's an easy guy to coach.